today. From NRG. Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down, Moyer. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Moyer. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against, but you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now a give, right side. Wheatley, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 6-yard pickup, but still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On play action, they'll throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open target, here's Matthews. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Harris. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans have taken the lead. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back. Came back and traded back into the 1st round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give right side. Wheatley. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moyer. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Off the bootleg. Moyer. He finds his man, complete. That's Payne. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on first and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Thomas. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And this will be a Texans first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They go play action here on first down. Going left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down. 55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
New England's offense set to go. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Wheatley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down. 65 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
He'll drop to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. So on fourth down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area, and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Just 4th down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Moyer. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Moyer. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Moyer, he finds his man, complete. That's Bishop. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Wheatley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
To throw on second down. Moyer completes it to Davis. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Wheatley. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wheatley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Looking to throw. Moyer. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Thomas. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Hankerson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Back to throw. Moyer. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 80 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Well, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Throwing on first down. Moyer, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and 3. That escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.